All right, today is day two of the US Investing Championship. It's better than the day one, but I'm still red. Unfortunately, lost $274.36 today, down by 0.8% in the portfolio. And as I said, I'm competing in the US Investing Championship for 2026. And this series of videos, I'll make one video a day basically for you guys. And it's my way it's kind of like a, my trade journal. So I can summarize, and share with you my wins, my losses, and what I'm learning every single day in this journey, to hopefully place in the US Investing Championship for 2026. All right, so the wins for today, I chose the right stocks again, TMDE, VRME, and MNTS. I made money on TMDE and VRME, which is great. Risk management resulted in controlled losses and implemented a new trading plan that resulted in better accuracy, achieving 28% accuracy, versus last Friday or the first day of the US Investing Championship where it's a big fat zero. All right. So the lessons for today, always wait 7 minutes before entering the trade. This is part of a new back-tested plan that I just came up with. And instead of having FOMO, for example, I kind of suffered through FOMO in MNTS, so I should not have done that. And then it's better to use the 9 EMA crossover versus the two red candle rule, or it can be either or, so I will go through that in detail. And here's my trading record for MNTS. I kind of doubled up, which is, I kind of entered late. Actually, no, I entered too early, not in the 7 minutes that I said I should enter, but I entered at 9:34, instead of 9:37. you know um I gotta wait until like 7-8 minutes before I enter, just based on the back testing that I did. But I did not follow that. I gave into FOMO. In fact, it's worse. When 9:39 came, I said, you know what? Let me add to the position. But the price went down. It hits the two red candle rule. So I exited for a $257 loss. That's the biggest loss for today. And then for VRME, right? I entered, at $1.05, and then I exited VRME at $1.21. Hold on, actually, I exited it first at 97.23. And then I saw another opportunity to buy in at $1.12, or almost $1.13. And then I exited finally at $1.21 for a $107, almost $108 profit. And then the biggest profit for today, which basically wiped out the loss on MNTS, is on TMDE. I got it for $1.89. you know. Actually, I entered TMDE uh, twice as well, if I remember correctly. So here, actually three times. So the first time on TMDE, I sold at a loss, but I found another opportunity. I entered at 1.089, and I exited that position at 1.292, right, for that $279 win. And then I entered it again at I was like, I'm not really sure, but again, I gave into FOMO. I entered at 1.36, and immediately after 20 seconds, I realized I made a mistake, and I exited soon at 1.291. That's how quickly it went down, right? So again, $274 loss. Not fun, but it is what it is. And again, I'm sharing with you guys, you know, um, the losses, right? Being very transparent, not just the wins. And my overall goal here is for um, my son and daughter, they will look back at the series of videos, and hopefully they will learn from it, so that they will be smarter in their training journey. And if this helps you, then let me know in the comments below. Like this video, right? But let's do a breakdown here, stock by stock, right? So I traded three stocks today, total of seven trades, and I won on two out of seven trades, which again, better accuracy than what happened, the first day, right? And I actually traded less, so I did not overtrade. I traded less, and and I lost less money, right? So obviously the overall goal is to make money, right? But I'm sharing with you, this is the reality. There are days that you don't make money, and there are days that that you make money, right? And today is another day where I lost money, and that's fine, right? The important thing is, the losses are controlled, right? They're pretty small, and I let my winners run, right? And eventually, right, the win-loss ratio is more than one, right? Hopefully closer to two. And the accuracy, mathematically, if the accuracy is around 35%, you know, um, if you have a 2:1 win loss ratio, then you're way ahead of the curve, right? So anyway, so on MNTS, I entered this, as I said, at 11.6, kind of entered like too early, and then I entered again at around this point at 11:23, and of course the stock went down. It hits the two red bars, so I exited both positions at this point, losing $270, right? Not good. This is the biggest loss for today. Now on VRME, I entered twice or three times, and yeah, three times. First at 1.04, that didn't turn out well. I exited that position. Then I entered at this position. I forgot now what the price is. Yeah, that kind of got covered by the time, but anyway, I exited that at 1.2179 for $100 profit. And then lastly, on TMDE, which is the number one stock today. Okay, so TMDE is the number one stock. And here, I'm just showing you the price that I entered at 1.08, and then I exited at 1.2918, which is pretty good. And this is where I made over $200, $270 in profit, right? So the reason, so again, so the overall idea is to wait, until 9:38, right? Follow the plan, right? So at first it went down. So this is the first time that I exited, and then it went up again, and then I entered here, and then it went up all the way there, and then it hits so I was thinking, instead of waiting for um two big red candles, right? So as soon as it crossed over, the 9 EMA, then I'm out. So yeah, so I exited. I think I exited, yeah, at this point right there, where it intersects the 9 EMA. Yep. So that's it for today. This is, I'm showing you both accounts in Webull, that is part of the US Investing Championship. So again, down, unfortunately, overall down by 0.8%. This is, actually, I did not trade this one. I should have updated this, so this should have read zero. But, this is the one that I've used today. This is a Roth IRA. This one is a margin account. So I just use the margin account, and I'll probably use the margin account, honestly, for a lot of the trades moving forward. So I'm now down to 33,857 and 57 cents. So hopefully day three, which is tomorrow, will be a lot better. But it's it's improving. So I'm glad about it. If this has been valuable to you, like this video. If you want to follow my US Investing Championship journey, definitely subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And with that, if you want to know how I find stocks that go up 100% in one day, click on the next video here, and I'll talk to you soon.